Welcome to Inspiration Radio, Growth Principles for Humanity and Progress. Join us when we share information, wisdom, and ideas how to create an extraordinary future for us all. The future is open. We together decide what will be in it. Welcome to another episode of Winspiration Radio. Today, Wolfgang Sonnenburg with his view on some interesting topic, I guess. And the topic today will be how to create results. Sounds so simple, easy. A lot of people dream having different results. And welcome to another episode of Winspiration Radio, or sometimes I better say, especially if I'm talking the next minutes here, it's Wolfgang's view. But you know, what is a view and what is a truth? Okay, I'm a human and I can share with you how I see the world. But there are universal laws, and you can have opinions, you can have ideas, you can have ideologies and whatever, but it seems like Elon Musk always saying to his engineers when they have a question, he says, no, I don't think that it's going or not going. Is this law of physics? Because everything in the universe, in the end, let's simply say, is law of physics. And this is something what I understood very late in life. What does that really, really, really mean? Why have some people so-called success and why some people not? First of all, we want to make clear success often is just what we think is success, what we maybe not have and say, wow, he has it, me is more successful. And when we say this person is successful, what do we say? He has this, he has the house, he has the dream car, he has a dream wife or whatever, or he has money. But is this really successful? Oh, in my book, Millionaire Spirit, I wrote, everybody is 200% successful. Because succeeding in the meaning of the laws is, what are you really thinking deep inside? What is your frequency? What is the information you put on frequencies? And you always will be 200% successful. So, what means success and why we are not only going for it? First of all, most of us had parents who didn't tell us this. Then we live in a society who teaches us to follow, to learn, to really adjust to what we want of you. We give you education that you function. We educate you that you're a good employee. But we are not really educating you to be a totally free person, free spirit, and capable to create what you really want to create. And that's what we are talking or reflecting about in this session. How to really consciously create what you want to create. I guess a lot of listeners here in the UKL's radio are familiar with the so-called film The Secret. It was really a worldwide hit. Millions of people saw it. I guess it was 2004 when it came out. And a lot of so-called wise teachers were in them. And there was really also a marketing, a good result in marketing, clever marketing, because they called it The Secret. But what they're sharing, universal law. everything you can find in ancient wisdom. Jesus talked about it. What you should do and believe, what will happen. Buddha talked about it. Your thoughts will create your character. Marco Aurelius, a lot of people in the past did it. But we call it a secret. And a lot of people ask me, oh, Wolfgang, what is the secret of your success? And I answer easily, you wish it is a secret. Because if it's a secret, you don't have the responsibility. But we all have the responsibility. So first of all, we want success. And what does that mean? We want some stuff. We want the car, we want the house, we want material stuff. But if we really understand it, that we want results, then we get a bitter, different look at what's happening and what I'm doing. We are trained in school. We are governed by politicians, and a lot of people live in bureaucratic systems. So like I'm as a German, see, there are thousands of people in bureaucratic institutions. We in Europe have Brussels. Okay, UK went out, Brexit, but the government and a lot of authorities are just bureaucratic systems. And there is a big, big, big difference. Bureaucrats are focusing on the process, on the procedures. Did you do it right? The outcome is not so important, the results. Why I say this? Look, can we really say our governments in Europe are extremely successful if we think a wealthy country, a good, successful government, there shouldn't be poor people? Why are they poor? Why are so many people unemployed? Why maybe are some streets not in a good shape, some public buildings not in a good shape? Because they are not focusing really on the results, at least not on the results for the people. And maybe you also experienced it in school, the classical thing, and I met a lot of people who experienced the same. My teacher in math, when we got a task, sometimes I had the right result, but he said, no, that's not okay. I wanted that you do it in a different way. The process was more important than the result. And if I look at Europe and Brussels, if you want money from Brussels for whatever reason, so there's a lot of budgets for a lot of things. And if you fill out the papers right, if you make it right, the bureaucratic process right, then you get the money. And are they really controlling results of the money? No, that is a different thing. We are bureaucrats, we are not responsible for that. And this is a big, big, big difference. Thinking, acting, how is your life? Are you clear what kind of results you want to produce for yourself, for the family? Or should government, other people be responsible? We invented health insurance, a lot of insurance, and since then we say, doctor, you're responsible for my health because insurance is paying you. Teacher, you're responsible for the learning of my kids. Personal trainer, you're responsible how fit I am. That's all bullshit. We are all 100% responsible for our life, how we fill our hours, and what kind of results we create. And we need to understand on the level of duality and the level we live, there is a law of cause and effect. But we are so trained on focusing on the outside, on the effects, and not enough on how do I really create the best cause, the best way, the cause that the effect will happen. Look at a farmer. If he is lazy, okay, we know in autumn the harvest will be, if it was a bad harvest. So what should we do now? Go make a demonstration? Go to the government? It says you're responsible, whatever. Who is responsible for it? The farmer. For the year, he didn't treat field or fruits or trees or whatever it is right. So the harvest was bad. If the farmer understands that he made a mistake, he is changing it. And what happens if he changes it? It's just a question of time. If he is doing the right thing, he will have a better harvest. We are responsible for treating things right, for creating the right environment, that we have the right harvest. But it doesn't help us to blame results. But we see it in governments. If something is wrong, they make whatever meeting about it or give money, but not really going to the cause. What is the root cause? We have the problem, and what do we need to solve there? It's the same with a lot of industry. If you eat wrong and have problems, if it's just overweight or stomach problems, the solution is, buy this pill. Don't change the cause, just, work on the symptom. And it never will work. So how to really create the results we want is focusing on results. And for most people, it's so extremely difficult, and they prefer maybe even to die before do this. Why am I saying this? Some are might familiar with Kiyosaki's cash flow quadrant from the rich but poor dad idea. There are employees and self-employed, and they're trading time for money, their lifetime for money. They sell the hours. How long can I work here? Can I have a full day here? Then so-called trainers and coaches, they're selling their time. They have fees for the day. So we're always looking to be paid for our lifetime. I do so-called prime coaching with entrepreneurs, and if someone asks me, so how often do we meet, and what many hours we have Zoom, how many hours is included in the price, and says, let's start the coaching. You can't buy my life. The idea is not that we're spending time together. It's not about how much time. If we're going to think it in the opposite way, what can we do as fast as possible not to spend too much time? Because we are making not the contract that we talk together. We make this contract that I can, with my experience, with my guidance, with my mirroring your thoughts and ideas, that you will be faster with results. We focus on results. And then I say, the idea I really have is we don't talk. The whole year we don't talk. And by the end of the year you said, oh, it was great. Can we do it the next year again? And for a higher fee because we want higher results. It's not about the time. And that's a big difference between entrepreneurs and investors. Employees offer their time to be paid on time. They have even the illusion, they say, I make $100 or £100 or €100 an hour. Wow, I'm great. That's not true. You're not making the money. You're selling your time, your hour for that money. If you really could make in an hour $100, make it at home from the sofa. So get real. You sell your lifetime. And if you understand that, everything what you buy, you're not paying with money. You're paying with your life. If you trade time for money, whatever you buy, you pay with your life. So be totally clear what you're talking about with yourself and what you're really doing. In my company, my team, we are not having so-called to-do lists. Most people have to-do lists. They start in the morning, what to do? What should we do this week? Nobody is allowed to have to-do lists. But we need to do something. Yeah, maybe we do something. Yes, we want to live. We need to breathe. There are some things what we need to do. But if you would focus a whole day on breathing, it might be good for breathing, as we looked. But the question is what kind of results you want to create. Just by breathing, you don't maybe create the results you really want. If you just do, a lot of people focus on to-do lists, what to do, and in the evening they're happy they did all it. And that's how we are trained in school to do it, because employees should do things. Someone tells them, you do this. And the worst thing is to be self-employed. You're still employed, and you have more work with bookkeeping and everything. And you're still selling your time, and self-employed normally means selling more time. What you want is creating results, and it can be fast. To get the idea, I want the results fast. My thinking is, and that is entrepreneurial thinking, how effective can I be? How good I create results? And efficiency is with less and less resources to invest. So that's why we have no to-do list. We have results. What is a result by the end of the day? What is a result by the end of the week or earlier? But by the end of the week, this is the result. This is what we so-called plan. No, we decide to have those results. And it's totally different. And you see the mistake everywhere. You see it a lot of people when we talk about self-employed coaches, healers, and whatever. They tell you what they do. They sell methods. I do Reiki. I do NLP. I can yoga. I do Texas, whatever. But I don't need someone who is doing Texas. I don't need someone who is doing Reiki. I have a topic, a problem to solve. I look for results. I'm just not interested in someone who calculates my taxes. I want someone as fast as possible, consulting good. That's why I'm not calling my tax people real tax people. I call them wealth people because you're responsible for my wealth. You decide how I structure my business. You give me advice how I create more wealth or maybe pay less taxes or how to invest it. I want better results in my finances. I don't just want to earn more money, I want to have a higher net worth. How can you support this? Is my question to the tax guy. If someone offers whatever health treatments, I don't care for your method. Can you increase my health? Can you increase my strength? Can you increase my flexibility with what you offer? That's I'm interested in. And if you're not, if I just learn your method, what for? I'm not interested. And then the other question is, how fast can you be and create the results with me? And if you think about fast creating results or value for the clients, you need to think totally different. You can't charge for days or hours. Because if you're really good and really fast, you solve a problem, maybe worth 1,000,000 in 5 minutes. But then you should get a fair exchange fee, fair exchange. Yeah, then it can be in 5 minutes, maybe 10,000 or 100,000 if the other person gets 1,000,000 in 5 minutes. Then even 100,000, I think, is fair for 5 minutes. Because we're not trading the time. We are trading our wisdom, our knowledge. And that is the question, how much valuable is this for the other person? And that is more fair than just selling time. If you sell time, you will not bring the problem really fast to an end. You don't solve it because I sold just 5 days. How can I solve and tell them the solution on the first day already? Then he will say, we don't need you the next 4 days. So get it? You want the results in your life and you should be clear. And here we come to goal setting. Are you really clear which results you have? That is more than survival. It's about your personal lifestyle. What is valuable for you? How do you fill every second, every minute, every hour of your life with high priorities for yourself? Are you creating the results? Or say, maybe in 20 years when I'm in pension, maybe then I start to live my true self? Blah, blah, blah. Will never work because you trained your whole system to live different. Think about it. Let's have a short break. It is about results, and we are not trained in school and mostly not at home to be really focused on creating results. I grew up, my dad worked for the government, so he was a bureaucrat somehow, even if he had a different thinking. But like it was in Germany, the government had houses with a little bit cheaper rent for those who worked for the government. So I grew up in a house where everybody worked for the government. Then I came in kindergarten, and who was taking care of me there? Oh, someone who was capable to be there the whole time, and an employee, and just played nice games. We needed to spend so much hours there, then we were allowed to go home. And then I went to school, had teachers. Who paid them? The government. What were their employees? What were they teaching me? Yeah, as mentioned, process, how to learn this and that, but not how to create results, how to have a better life, how to understand that the universe gives you unlimited possibilities. No, they taught me in a very narrow, limited system how to behave there. And in school, at least I grew up like this, don't talk with your neighbor, don't come to good results. I want to figure out how much failure you have. And then they marked all my failures and not what I was good at. So then I went to university, and who was training me there? Employed professors. So when I became then a lawyer, first time in my life, self-employed really, I had not really education for that. So I had a hard time learning it. But luckily, I had stress in school, I had stress in the university with professors and so on. Why do I say luckily? Because there is a survey in the US, and they figured out that more than 50% of all the so-called self-made millionaires, so millionaires who made it themselves in this life, it's not inherited money, not from a wealthy family, who really created the wealth for themselves. Those self-made millionaires had all problems in school. Why? They didn't fit in. There was not just a nice guy who says, yes, teacher, yes, I agree to this. So you couldn't norm then, you're not making a good employee of them. They created their own thing. They saw the world different. And in Germany, I studied law, we had a saying, the best with the best exam, they stayed in the university to teach, to talk about all the wisdom, all the knowledge. Those who were second, they went to court. They would become a judge. In our system, you paid for your life, you don't need to, like in the US, you don't need to be elected, or maybe to just very special courts you can be elected. But if you're a judge, nobody can fire you. So, and then who came third? They become lawyers, paid by those who just got the number 4 in this ranking. So they were not so good, but they are making the money, they having the lifestyle, and they paying the lawyers to work for them. And that took me a while to accept. I created a good law business, tax accounting business and everything, and I was working my ass off to pay all the bills for the employees and everything. I said, why am I doing that? When I changed one day my life, created results for me, made money and millions for me, and today I hire lawyers. The best lawyer for whatever case it is. Now I hire tax people. I want as much free time. And I learned this also, it's not just here in the money game. I learned it also understanding how the body works, how the universe works. Energy always takes the easiest and fastest way if you allow it to happen. What does that really mean? Our body, nature, always is doing the best and fastest results if it needs something. There is a book out there, you can Google it or go to Amazon, 12 Minutes. It's about how you become stronger, what kind of exercises you need to do. And it calls 12 minutes because they say, In the week, you're not allowed to be more than 12 minutes in the gym. Why only 12 minutes? Yeah, because it's 5 exercises. You should do them 90 seconds. Well, 90 seconds. That's 7.5 minutes. Why 12 minutes then? Yeah, because you need to go from one machine to the other. It takes time. So you're not even training 12 minutes. So they suggest you train per week 7.5 minutes. And then you become stronger. But the business model of a gym is not to make you fast strong, to make you fast fit. No, you should pay a membership this year, next year, and so on. And if you're honest and you know already, with your body weight, you don't need a gym. You can train at home, go on the floor, or whatever. It's so easy to train without the membership. But we just do it. So it's not really about becoming strong fast. It's just maybe paying tribute to your guilt feelings. It's modern. Everybody is going to the gym. Oh, I'm a superstar. I go in the morning already, 5 o'clock before I come in the office. I was in the gym already. What is your true intention? True intention to be fast successful. Guess you need to change a lot in the mindset. Don't think about classical methods. Really cut through the crap. Direct pass. Everything is so much faster possible if we really understand it. So, coming back, well, because most people have the problem with money. There is no lack of money. Years ago, I always said they print every day, but even today they're not printing anymore. It's just a computer game. Every bank is allowed to produce money for you if you get the loan or whatever. So what is money? It's a kind of fantasy thing. And those people who are not having enough money, doing something wrong. And most because they're trained to be the classical employee, to listen, to do. And if they don't find what to do and can't do it, okay, then maybe get welfare so they have some money, but they're not creating the results they really want. And then they call other people successful, not realizing that they are 100% successful according to their inner beliefs, to what they are ready to receive to their mind. There's never a lack of money. It's a lack of ideas, lack of courage to live your true self, to go for what you really, really want. And here in the UK Health Radio platform, you find under the presenter, under Wolfgang Sonnenburg, there is a link about a free email program. There's 36 emails. It's dreams, goals, reality. How to come from a dream to make clear goal setting and then creating the results. Because a lot of people say, I have goals, but it's more wishful thinking. They don't know even how to really set goals. Like a real goal, you need to understand, you always need to say it in the present tense. It is done. That's why our weekly so-called plans, we're not saying, oh, we plan this week that we by the end of the week have this done. We want this done by the end of the week, because if you say it, I want to have this done, you're actually saying it is not. I need to work on it, or whatever happens, it is not. So my mentor Bob Proctor always said, for his goal card or goal, I'm so happy and grateful now that is. And in the invisible world, it has to be. You have to be first that you can do it in the frequency of the goal. And you need to be in the frequency of the goal, so you need to be already. And what Jesus always asks us, do you believe? Do you really believe that it's coming? Do you really believe it is already? Whatever needs to change on the material level, but it is already. So goal setting is key. How you talk with yourself is key, because most results are just consequences, cause and effect. You need to work on the cause, and the effect will come. The farmer needs to work when you see nothing on the field, to give nature the chance to create the results. You need to be clear in setting the course to give the universe, we can call it also nature, because everything is laws of the universe is nature, to give nature the result to create it, to connect you with the right people, to deliver the results which you really, really want. And coming back to the email course, dreams, goals, reality, just click on it and you get it for free, because we want that a lot of people understand it. Because the problem we have in the world, that most people think they are not successful, but with their lack of belief, they are extremely successful. Universe supports always. And if you think the world is bad, it will support you in thinking that. If more and more people thinking about sickness, about war and everything, we will get more of it, because universe in this way doesn't care what you want, it supports you always. If you believe you need to fight with your partner, I guess you will have a lot of fights with your partner. If you convince that you are full of love and that you spread love, you will experience so much more love. That's why we call it winspiration. Be in spirit, be connected, but have also the attitude of winning spirit. Because as long we're dreaming of win-win situation, but inside feel lose, there will never ever win-win. You need to be ready to be a winner if you want to see win-win in the world. No loser, no fighter, and not a win-loser. With all the war discussions we have at the moment, it's about, can we win and the other lose? No. If we are not creating and living and being win-win, we are not getting out of the mess. So, are you willing to create the results, winning spirit, full of love, doing good for the world, and then be fairly paid with a fair exchange? Reflect. Let's make a break. So, what did you reflect? And I recommend you really, really to reflect all the time. Feel deeper why I'm doing this, why I'm thinking this. Is this really a win-win thinking? Is this really benefiting the world? Is this benefiting me, my family, the society, this planet? You know, on the level of cause and effect, on the level of duality, where darkness must be light, Where cold must be heat and warm. So where a problem must be a solution. Where a task is, must be a solution. Whatever you want must be there for you. But it should be yours. You need to feel it inside. And like Bob Proctor in his Goal Achiever program said, if you feel and wish something inside, you don't need to justify it, not even for yourself. But the most people not really connected with what they want, they're thinking about pleasing others, what neighbors should think about, what the teacher thinks, because we're trained like this to please others, to be the nice employee. Or if we have too much stress, we are more the rebels. But nobody really wants to be the rebel. Everybody deep inside, every soul wants to live in love, but maybe on a different level. And if I can't live on this level and don't dare to go there, I better be the rebel. No, we can be all full of love. Well, maybe it's not the right saying, but we are love, and we can express it, and we create. When we understand it, cause and effect, we can create the world we want. For sure, the individual world for yourself. But it needs a big shift in thinking and feeling. In my book, Better the Whole World Against Me Than My Soul, I wrote about it that our inner process depends on chemicals, chemistry. So, and if you create for a while a special persona, you create the chemistry for that. And if you change your persona from victim to maybe victory, to a winner, you need a different chemistry. And if you identified with your chemistry, oh, it's like a drug addict. You feel suddenly shitty. Oh, my old chemical, my old feeling is not there. Well, I guess you want not your old feeling anymore. You want the new feeling. And I don't call it comfort zone, the other thing, because it's really not comfortable to sit in the shit. Go what is naturally good for you, what is in your highest interest. I want the results which are in my highest interest, and I want it fast. Like someone said, God has no time. God has no delivery problems. So ask, demand. I learned from Yogananda's book that if you really want something from the universe, demand it. You need to have the right energy that you get it, that you create the result. And that's a problem that a lot of the nice people in the country not having enough energy, and all, if it's left-wing, right-wing, terrorists or whatever, they just have more energy. And that's why we give them the chance to win. If you put the right energy, the same amount of energy on love and creating good stuff, you will live in a world with a lot of love and good results. The results you really, really want. But you need to really want the results and not just the doing, not just the process. You want the results and you focus on the results. Because lifetime is the most important thing. So you want every second be super good for you. The quality of your life, that's it. I wish you to be totally inspired for the game we call life. And be assured, the best is yet to come.